We truly are lucky to be having the wedding today. Some of you may not know that this was actually almost postponed a second time. Many moons ago, Jenna came down to Kingston and went out for a girls' night with Laura, involving milestones, white wine, and some questionable choices. I was out of town, and I arrived home the morning after to find Jenna's car no longer in the driveway. I pulled in and opened the front door to silence. Usually I'm greeted by Laura with a freshly baked apple pie and my dog happy to see me, but Laura was nowhere to be found, and our dog was licking an empty coconut oil container in the corner. I knew something was wrong, so I entered my pet detective mode and checked Simba for clues. What's that, boy? You got sick from eating coconut oil? And she's upstairs? I began nervously to walk upstairs when my hand nearly slipped as I placed it on the railing. Vaseline? I continued up the stairs when I noticed a trail of dental floss leading to the master bedroom. What kind of hangover is this? I took a breath, carefully opened the bathroom door, and was immediately blinded by a flash of light. When my eyes adjusted, that's when I saw her. Laura was laying down on the tile in a pool of ice, tears, and various cooking oils. She lifted her hand, and that's when I saw Jenna's family engagement ring stuck on her finger. A classic tale of ring swapping gone wrong. I took one look at Laura, one look at the ring, and thought, man, what an upgrade. That ring is way nicer than the one I got her. Anyway, Laura laid off the pizza for a week. The ring eventually came off in a couple of days, and we were able to go on with the wedding, and here we are. I know how important family is for Jenna. This was Jenna's family ring, passed down from her grandmother, who joins us here tonight. Let's hear it for Gigi. Thank you, Gigi. I know how much it means for Jenna to bear this symbol of eternal love. And Adam must love this ring too, because he took an eternity to propose.
Okay, so for me, the biggest advantage of being MC is that, of course, I get to go first. Originally, I just wanted, wouldn't it be funny if I just like roasted Jenna for like 10 straight minutes? That'd be hilarious. But I actually value my life, so I decided against it. And if I'm being completely honest, there's just not that much bad stuff to say. They're fantastic. But if I was to try, if I was to go with Adam, I don't know, I might talk about your bad squat form or like your lack of flexibility. That's basically all I have. But you know what? But if a jab at Adam's tight hammies, is the worst I can do, that gives you an idea of the kind of man that Adam is. He's been a great friend, generous, kind, hardworking. You can count on him. There's nothing bad to say. Jenna, on the other hand, if I had to, people think I'm a bad influence, or an enabler, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. So is Jenna. You know what? More than once, we've stayed up late, egging each other on, engaging in what I'll call like friendly debates. Of course, Adam's begging Jenna to leave, or being too kind to kick us out. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. And I am personally looking forward to a lot more grumpy Adams and late nights. So, hey, we won't keep you, but I'm looking forward to a lovely evening of fine friends, food, family. And I'd like to make the first of many toasts to the bride and groom, Jenna and Adam. We love...
Shot to the heart! That's all I got. Sorry. That's my only one.
We love you very much, and we wish you the best. So, cheers.
Good evening, everyone. Before we actually say a grace, in honor of my paternal grandmother, who was Irish, I'm going to do an Irish wedding blessing for Jenna and Adam. So here it goes. With the first light of the sun, may the Lord bless you. When the long day is done, may the Lord bless you. In your smiles and in your tears, may the Lord bless you. and through each day of your years ahead. May the Lord bless you. And here's a grace for each and every one of us here. O God, creator of this beautiful setting and all that is, Lord of life and of love, we give you thanks for all your goodness, for the abundance of food this evening and for the hands that prepared it, for the abundance of family and friends gathered both here and from afar, and for the abundance of laughter and love. We pray that this meal might be a time both to nourish our bodies and to nourish strong relationships. We pray for Jenna and Adam that the love that they share today will flourish and grow with each passing day. May they continue in your joy and strength. May they bless their families as they've been blessed by them. And may all of us who participate in this celebration carry the joy in our hearts and minds as we move forward from this day. Amen.
Fine. It's totally fine. You guys are the
Thank
stars.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Check this out.
Is this for you? Wow. Yeah. Can you guys hear me all right? Okay. Well, first off, thanks to Glenn and Mark for the wonderful introduction tonight. Had I known Marcus had such a beautiful voice, truly the voice of an angel, we maybe wouldn't have had to reach out to the lovely Jeff Rogers tonight. Give it up for Jeff Rogers on the piano and the vocals. That silky, smooth voice. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we need to soak this in for a second. I think it's this day has been a whirlwind. Yeah. Absolute whirlwind. First of all, give it up for my beautiful, gorgeous, sexy wife. She looks absolutely incredible today. So yes, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for coming here, being here for Jenna's wedding today. You know what? I'm just as happy as all of you to be here. I was starting to worry that my invitation may have gotten lost in the mail. As you can all imagine, all the decor here, it was just fueled by my inspiration. Truth is, I played very little part. I put this on her finger, and she did everything else. So I can be more of a hindrance than a help. So here we are. You know, leading up to this week, the most common piece of advice that we were given was to try to enjoy the day. Everyone says that the wedding day goes by in a flash. I'm not going to lie, it has. I was going to say we've enjoyed every minute of it, but it has gone by so quickly. It's just so great to be here with all of you tonight. Not just for you guys, but for all of us. We know that the last year and a half hasn't been the easiest of time. It's been a bit of a struggle some days, so we hope that everyone just takes this opportunity tonight to let their hair down a little. The bar is paid for. Thanks, Mom and Dad. The dance floor will be open. So I'd like to see Chris on the dance floor tonight, bust a few moves. So everybody enjoy the night. I know we certainly will. Where was I? With that said, we'd like to thank some wonderful people who have helped make this day so incredible. To Steve and Stephanie of Stonefields, the owners of this beautiful venue, thank you for creating such a magical venue for us to gather in tonight. Steve, I don't know if you would remember this, but where is Steve out here anywhere? I don't know. Give it up for Steve back there, everyone, please. I don't know if you'd remember this, but when Jenna and I toured the venue with our families for the first time, we walked through those doors over there, and Jenna's eyes just welled up with tears. And I think at that moment, we all just knew this was the one. So thank you for always putting your clients first, especially during the last year and a half. I know it hasn't been easy for you guys either, so you've been so easy to work with. And who knew he had such a good eye for table linens? Steve helped us finalize our table linens here tonight, so thank you for your piece of advice on that.
I can't ad-lib as well as Adam, so I'll probably be looking down more. But to Kylie and Angela, we wanted to say thank you so much for putting up with our endless questions. We knew that you guys were only just an email away, and I can't say how much we appreciate it. To the entire Stonefields staff, we wanted to say thank you for the fantastic service that we know will continue throughout the evening. You guys have been phenomenal. Oh.
Uh-oh.
To the creative members of our vendor team, we handpicked each and every one of you for not only your immense talent, because you are wonderful people and you shared with our excitement from the very beginning. To Tracy and Long, our photographer and videographer duo, we have no doubt that you will capture the love that we share and are surrounded by tonight, so we can't wait to see the footage. To Kate, I don't know where she is. Hi, Kate. To Kate, our wedding planner, thank you for all your time, energy, and effort to help make this day so special. You've been such a valuable resource for us, and we can't thank you for helping make everything go so smoothly today. It was so nice to be able to relax and enjoy all of the moments knowing that you had everything under control. So thank you so much.
To our wonderful MCs over here for this evening, thank you for agreeing to be our hosts tonight. You're very gracious in accepting our offer with the children's mics we gave you that night at the cottage. Glenn and Mark are both blessed with a quick wit and I was going to say an incredible charm, but after that opening, I'm not so sure. I don't know, they're pretty charming guys. So we know they'll do a fantastic job tonight. As Mark alluded to in his opening, he's been pretty busy preparing for the birth of his soon-to-be firstborn child. So I know he's been really, really busy. And Glenn is Glenn, man, I tell you. Some days that's just difficult enough. I love you guys. We both love you guys. To our readers today, Aaron and Kate over here, thanks so much for your contribution. It meant a lot for us, for you guys to be involved in our day. Really did. We want to give a special shout out to Aaron, actually. None of you guys will know this, but Aaron spent a lot of time coming up with choreography for a surprise flash mob we were going to do tonight. But thanks to COVID, that plan kind of fell off the rails. So if you guys want to see a sneak peek of some of the choreography, though, I think Joe, Mike, and Dave over here at the table next to us might show some of the moves off on the dance floor later. Especially the part with Joe as a ballerina. I think that would be awesome. Okay, we'll get serious for a second here. To Terry and Eileen, thank you both for welcoming me into your family today. Well, you welcomed me in from the very start and made me feel so comfortable. I'm sorry that you got the short end of the stick in this deal. I really am. No, truth is, between Dave and I think you could have done a lot worse. So, without your generosity, we never would have been able to see this day come together the way it has. So thank you for everything you've done. I think I can speak for both of us when I say it's truly the wedding of our dreams. I know it's probably not easy giving away your daughter, but thank you for trusting me with her heart. I promise to love her and protect her with everything I have.
Now wish me luck. Don't even have Kleenex.
Do you have any Kleenex?
To my parents. Oh dear. You have bent over backwards to make all of my dreams come true. Words truly cannot express how grateful I am to have you as my parents. Your marriage is an inspiration, and I can only hope that ours will be as successful and filled with love. Can you pull that? Mama, at the risk of sounding dramatic, I don't think I would have survived wedding planning without you. You are truly the only person who never tired of it, and this day would not have come together so beautifully without you. You put love and care into everything you do. Whether it's the venue hunting picnic, the personalized pamphlet for our wedding dress shopping weekend, or the poem for my bachelorette, It's all the thoughtful touches that make me feel so loved. I love you. Pa. I've always felt an immense amount of pride from you as my dad. Today is no exception. Shaking. Thanks, Paige. Thank you for all that you do to make my life a little easier. Whether it's backing my car onto the ferry at the cottage, jobs around our house, or acting as a free kennel service for Stella whenever we ask. Through acts of kindness or through words in a love letter, your love for your kids is evident in everything that you do.
I want to say thank you to my wonderful parents as well, who have had to put up with me for all these years. I know I haven't always made it easy on you, but somehow you still managed to raise a perfect son. You did great. Just pat myself on the back. You have both been there for me whenever I needed you, and you've given me a wonderful start in life. I'm so grateful for all the love and support you've given me. Mom, these few words will never do proper justice for how I feel. You're the strongest person I know, and I know our family would probably fall apart without you. You're so caring, so selfless, and so loving. Everything you do with love in your heart. Thank you, Mom. I'll forever be a mama's boy. Pop, you've always been such a good role model for me. And while I sometimes act like I no longer need you to share your wisdom or deliver any more life lessons, just know that I truly do hang on to every word you say. And I truly appreciate all the guidance you've given me. I love you guys.
Jill and Roy. I can honestly say you felt like family from the beginning, and I feel extremely lucky to have you in my life. Thank you for raising the most loving, loyal, and caring man that I now get to call my husband.
We're married.
Roy, I know you're especially happy to have me around because you have a guaranteed laugh for your abundance of dad jokes. I'm in for all of them.
I think it's still you. I'd be remiss not to say a few words about my grandma and grandpa. If you know my grandparents, you'd know that they are what the true picture of selflessness really looks like. Everything that they do in their lives, they've done for family. Grandma, grandpa, words can't describe how wonderful you are and how much you mean to us. Thank you for everything you've done.
Wish me luck for this one. Graham, I have such a vivid imagination, a vivid memory of Christmas dinner a few years ago, and as I stared at the head of the table at you and Pop, all I could think of is how incredibly special it is that because of your love, we have this large and crazy family. I'm not sure I've ever seen two people more in love or committed to each other than you and Pop. You set such a strong example for all of us to follow. I wish Pop were here so that you two could dance the night away tonight. To my other favorite angels in heaven, Grandma and Pop, I know you're smiling down on us today, and I so wish that you were here. Sorry. To my bridesmaids, you guys all look absolutely stunning tonight. Thank you for making today and everything leading up to today so special. I'm lucky to have friends who so genuinely shared in my excitement and offered to help every step of the way. Oh dear. Sister, Alexandra. Words literally cannot express how proud I am, not just of who you are, but that I get to be your sister. What a privilege it has been to have a front row seat while watching your life unfold. You are truly like my soulmate. Sorry, Adam.
You can have two, can't you?
You are an unwavering support, confidant, and I absolutely do not know what I would do in life without you. I love you so much. Duchess, also known as my cousin Chelsea. Though you're my little cousin, you act more like my little sister. Whether it's hiding my toothbrush captive in the bathroom or parading around with my underwear on your head, you never miss an opportunity to tease me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm lucky to have you as family and, more importantly, as my friend. And I'm so proud of the woman that you are, and I'm ecstatic that you're home. Lindsay, I can't believe the stars aligned and we met all of those years ago during your summer job and have maintained a long-distance friendship ever since. I know that no matter how much time has passed or how much distance is between us, that we'll always be there for each other. And I'm so grateful for that. We didn't know if you would be able to make it today, and I can't imagine celebrating without you. I love you so incredibly much. Sarah, you are the epitome of a best friend. You are a grounding force in my life, and I'm so tremendously grateful for our friendship. You're kind, generous, thoughtful, and the ultimate organizer. Your friendship is a constant in my life, and I'll cherish it forever. Laura, over the last 2 years of planning, you've allowed me to inundate you with countless pictures, messages, and phone calls to help make decisions on every tiny detail of this wedding. And you've been there to remind me when I'm stressed to enjoy this moment. I'm so grateful I get to call you my best friend, and I can't wait to watch you as you enter this next season of life as a mom. Shan, our relationship has grown so much over the last 6 years, and I can't wait to see where life takes us. I know you will always be there for Adam and I, and you'll support us through whatever life throws our way. I'm excited that you're officially my sister.
Well, before I say anything about my groomsmen, just want to propose a little toast to the beautiful bridesmaids as well. Thank you all for making sure she got here on time tonight. Thank you for your love and your friendship. I love you all. Cheers to the bridesmaids. As for the groomsmen, thank you and nice to see you. Good night. These guys, I tell you. I appreciate each and every one of them so much. Brett, my brother-in-law. So when my parents moved out of Ottawa and effectively kicked me out of their house, Shannon and Brett took me in. It wasn't long into my stay with them that Brett actually approached me with a newspaper ad for a smoking hot deal on a brand new home. I don't know if it was because I was eating all their food, cleaning out their cupboards regularly, or maybe it was late at night when he was playing video games and I was always asking him to turn down the volume. Maybe he just wanted to get rid of me, but I like to think that he really did have just my best interest at heart. As all of you know, we bought that house even though we were only dating for 4 months at the time. I'm sure it raised a few eyebrows. But thanks to Brett, we made it happen. Thank you for everything you've done for me, Brett, for everything you do for our family. You're a tremendous brother-in-law, the best a guy could ask for, really. Thank you so much. Cheers to Brett. David. You know, I really thought that you being a Leaf fan may have been a deal breaker for us. But you and I have gotten to know each other over the years. I've come to realize that I've hit the jackpot landing another brother-in-law. I mean, what's not to love? You and I are just so much alike. Now, I may not be a doctor, I may not have your olive skin complexion. I'm actually quite pasty. But you and I really do have so much in common. You and Alex have made me feel so welcome in your home. You've trusted me with your now 3 beautiful children who have been so well behaved today. I truly do value our friendship. Well, 2/3 of your children have been great today. Jason, also known as Wiser. Where are you, buddy? I think you know this already, but I've always had a lot of admiration for how you live your life. So many of us are afraid to take risks, and so many of us are reluctant for change, but not you, and that's what makes you special. Even though I don't always listen, you've always encouraged me to step outside of my comfort zone. Thank you for always looking out for me. Michael, my dear friend Michael. There's something you should all know about Mike. He's a bit of a storyteller. The thing, though, about Michael is that sometimes he has a hard time discerning between fact and fiction when he's telling these stories. But one thing's for sure, he never does let fact get in the way of a good story. Zanman, you've always known how to command a room with your energy. Your laughter is downright contagious. I'm sure you'll have everybody laughing tonight. Thank you for being such an incredible friend over the years. Love you. Which brings me to my best man, Daniel. You've been my best mate since we were 12 years old, and tonight you stand beside me as my best man. Well, you can sometimes be a tad persnickety, just a little bit. I think I can speak for our entire group of friends when I say we probably don't know what we'd do without you. You always know how to bring us all together to create the best of memories, whether it's Thursday night hockey. We may still be able to make puck drop. We'll see how the night goes. Or just great times at the cottage. You're always there to take care of us all. Thank you for hosting and planning a memorable bachelor party. I couldn't be more grateful for the last 20 years of your friendship. I know that not many people in this life are lucky enough to share it for as long as you and I have as friends. Cheers to you, brother. Love ya. Toast to my best man. To our little niece and our 2 rascally nephews, we love you guys so much. We love you like you're our own, you know that. Thank you for joining the procession and being on your best behavior, Owen, and James, who's not paying attention. You bring joy everywhere you guys go, and you've added so much to our lives. We love you beyond measure.
We did it. To my husband, I'm gonna get used to the way that sounds. From the very beginning, our relationship was easy. I know that the road ahead won't always be, but I know that it will be made easier with you by my side. I love you the most.
I love you. Jeez, sorry guys. I think that's everyone. Have I forgotten anyone tonight? If I've forgotten you, you can please raise your hand maybe. I'm going to enjoy this moment. It might be the last time I'm allowed to get the last word in. Husband jokes, you know. Someone I have to start. To my beautiful wife, I'm already getting used to calling you that. You look absolutely breathtaking tonight. I can honestly say that watching you walk down that aisle today was the proudest moment of my life. Thank you for all you did to plan this beautiful wedding. It's been incredible. If anything has gone wrong, you know I'd have no idea. Not the slightest clue. I love you so much. Can't wait for what's ahead. We're married. So with that, we hope you all really do enjoy this night. I know we will. We went first so we could really enjoy the night. I'm not going to lie. but thank you again for all being here tonight. Do we give it back up to the MCs, or do I just hang the mic up?
Hang it up.
Who's coming?
We're out. Thank you.
The mother of one baby girl and 2 boy ninjas, the caretaker of multiple animals, including 8 chickens, 5 3/4 dogs, 3 horses, 2 pigs, 2 cats, and 1 Dave. She's the one and only sister to the bride, the maid of honor, a woman that needs no introduction. Let's give it up for Alexandra Bro.
Good evening. I wanted to tell you a story about the first time I met Adam, or Addy, as we now call him. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure he could have come to meet us at a more challenging time for Dave and I. He and Jenna had been dating for a couple of months, and she had been telling me all about him. We had planned to baptize our son Owen at the cottage and planned a big weekend of our friends and family to come to Christian Island to celebrate with us. Jenna asked me if I thought it would be okay if she brought her new boyfriend to come celebrate with us, and as we were planning such a happy weekend, we thought it would be a great time to meet him. However, the day before the baptism festivities were about to begin, my mother-in-law, who had been battling a serious illness for a number of years, took a turn and ultimately passed away. When her condition initially worsened, Dave and I rushed to the hospital to be with her and my parents, and Jenna and Addy came to the farm to help take care of both Owen and all of our animals. During this weekend, Addy not only helped out with Owen, but all of the animals too, even mucking the stalls in our horse barn. And as someone who is a little bit crazy about the tidiness of my barn, I have to say I was impressed with his mucking skills. Not only this, but Addy also came to the visitation and funeral for my mother-in-law and stayed all day with Jenna and my parents to help look after Owen during all the proceedings. I'm not sure he could have been kinder or more helpful, and I think we knew that, and Addy was staying around for good. Since then, Addy has fit in effortlessly with our family, becoming both an uncle and a godfather to the boys, and one of their very favorite people in the world, and as well as a wonderful friend and brother to Dave and I. Ooh. What do you say about your little sister on her wedding day? She is one of my very best friends and the person I always call to say, I just need to tell you this because you're going to get it. We joke all the time that we're the same person because of our similar outlook on life, our taste in clothes, food preferences, and even our preferred rosé. Occasionally growing up, I think we may have been a tad too similar, because if you knew us then, I'm not sure you would have called us best friends. Sisters who fight like cats and dogs, perhaps? But even then, we did know how to work together as a team if we needed to. One of my favorite memories of this is when we lived on Vancouver Island. In one of our more explosive fights, my darling little sister threw a pen at me as hard as she could. Thanks to my lightning fast reflexes, the pen missed me and landed directly behind me, impaled in the wall, splattering ink everywhere. We immediately stopped fighting and put our heads together to find a solution. And while my parents might not have agreed with our ingenuity, we were pretty proud of our idea to paint the wall with whiteout to get rid of the ink stains. Needless to say, we've come a long way since then. My only complaint now is that we don't live nearly close enough, and I need to make do with our daily phone conversations instead. Jenna, you truly are an amazing sister and friend, as well as an incredible auntie with some of the best baby whispering skills of anyone I've ever met. Whether we're drinking too much rosé and having a dance party, or working through some of the hard stuff in life through marathon phone conversations, I'm forever grateful that I have the privilege of having a little sister. I don't think I could do life without you, nor would I want to. Watching you meet your person has been a privilege. I don't think I could have asked for someone better for you. You are an incredibly kind and genuine person, and you met your match in Addy. Watching you grow together has been such an amazing thing to watch. You truly complement each other, and you are one of those couples where you can see how you continuously push each other to be the best people you can be. I don't think I've ever seen you happier. It's been such a privilege to get to know both Addie and his absolutely wonderful family. Watching you two grow together makes my heart burst, and I can't wait to watch you continue to grow together. I love you both so much. Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you, Glenn. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Dan, and I have the great honor of being named Adam's best man for the biggest day of his life. I'm sure everyone feels just as happy as I do that we were finally able to celebrate this amazing couple after such a long wait. First off, I'd like to thank the parents of the bride and groom for helping put together such a great week, and specifically to Jill and Roy. Thank you for always welcoming me into your home with open arms growing up. You were truly a second set of parents to me ever since the day Adam and I became friends, and I cannot thank you enough for that. You should be very proud, especially today, of the son and the man that you have raised. And even though I'm here to talk about Adam, I cannot go without mentioning how beautiful the bride looks tonight. Jenna, I could not have picked a better partner for Adam to spend the rest of his life with. You're smart, you're beautiful, and you hold Adam accountable for all the little things that don't get done around the house, or at least until you get your dad, Terry, to come over and help finish the job. But honestly, you could just tell by how happy Adam is today that you're the one for him, so I'm so grateful that you're his wife. Now on to the groom. When you have as much history as Adam and I do, there are a lot of things that come to mind when you're writing a speech like this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to share all of those memories tonight, but there are some things that I'd be happy to talk about. We've both had so much in common since day one: sports, movies, music, and the uncanny ability to leave things until the very last minute and do the minimum amount of work required. There was no doubt from the start that a long-term friendship was inevitable. Adam and I became friends in grade 7 during a family studies project where we had to make cookies, brownies, or something like that. And the reason I don't quite remember is because Adam and I either ended up playing video games or listening to the latest Eminem album, while we let his poor mother Jill slave away in the kitchen and cook the dessert for us, and we ended up passing grade 7, so it worked out okay. Even in the following year, in grade 8, we wrote an entire French project into Google Translate and then had to present it in front of the class the next day. It's safe to say that didn't go over so well, and just another example of us doing the minimum amount of work required to get the job done. And throughout high school, we were part of a group known as the Hockey Boys, appropriately named as we were always playing hockey on the outdoor rink in the winter or playing road hockey in the streets in the summer. The Hockey Boys were also known to get into some mischief at times, but don't worry, Jill and Roy, you'd be happy to know that Adam was smart enough to be able to avoid most of these situations. And since high school, we all went our different ways, studied different things in school, but we're always able to get back together, and it felt like nothing changed. Although it wasn't always the easiest thing to get Adam to hang out with us at times. You see, there were actually more than a handful of occasions where our group of friends would get together in the summers and invite Adam to join. But many of these times, Adam wouldn't be able to make it. Now, I know there's a lot of Adam's family in the room here tonight, and I don't know how many of you are great uncles or Adam's sisters, friends, dogs, cousins, roommates, but Adam used every single one of your birthdays as an excuse to miss an outing that he wasn't quite into. In fact, the only reason I think he's here tonight is because he couldn't use one of your birthdays as an excuse. But all jokes aside, Adam's the type of guy who always put others first. There's no better example of this than a time when I couldn't be around to help my own family after my mom lost her license with some health issues. And who else but an 18 or 19-year-old kid named Adam was there for my family for many months, helping chauffeur my mom around, doing groceries and chores, driving my siblings around at their own events. As a young adult, with I'm sure much better things to do, Adam put aside his own agenda to make sure my family was taken care of. That's the sign of true friendship and selflessness. Adam, I'll never forget the things that you've personally done for me or my family. We also have the rare opportunity as best friends to work together every day, and I don't take that for granted. Adam's an honest man who loves his family, his friends, his fantasy football, and most importantly, his new wife. It's been a rough 18 months for all of us, but especially for the bride and groom who've gone through a more stressful wedding planning than you could imagine. But I had no doubt that you guys would be able to pull it off, which is a great sign of things to come in your relationship. To Jenna and Adam, may your lives be filled with date night adventures, cottage gatherings with family and friends, and endless amounts of almond milk and gluten-free pizza. Everyone, please raise a glass and give a toast to the bride and groom.
Chelsea had her speech written for the original wedding date. Is that right? Yeah, there you go. And I think that, honestly, she probably would have made for a better MC. But, Jenna nabbed her for the wedding party, so here we are. But I'm sure that these skills are going to, do her very well when she starts her school in a couple weeks in London, Ontario. So please help me in welcoming Chelsea to the stage.
Glenn, I don't mean to brag, but I had this speech written in 2017. Hi, everyone. My name's Chelsea, and I'm Jenna's little cousin. Before I start, I think you all should know that I have an absolutely cracking memory. Alexandra and Jenna are both always surprised at how much I can remember from our childhood. At times, they've called me the Vault. So with that in mind, everything I say from here on out is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, no matter what Jenna says. I feel very blessed to be standing up here today in front of all of you for Jenna and Adam. I once read that cousins are your very first best friends before you go out and make your own at school. And that's so true and remains to be true in our family. Ooh, I'm regretting this. Jenna, so many of my best childhood memories are with you, with all of our cousins, really. From you pushing me around in a doll stroller, telling everyone I was your baby, to epic airplane rides, which inevitably ended with me landing on my head, begging for more. Chris and I running round and round Grandma and Pop's basement while you sat waiting to tickle us with every running lap. That absolutely dreaded boiler room. Christmas Eve slumber parties, waking up at 5 a.m., but mostly every summer at the cottage, going for long walks on the rocks until our feet blistered, double bouncing me so high on the trampoline I could touch the leaves above our heads and see into the Torx bathroom window. Every day swimming out to the raft, usually with me on your back. That place is pure magic. I'll never forget that one summer when you and Alexandra had to go back to BC and we all cried and cried. It was the most tragic moment of our young lives. Shay even tried to give you his big bird blanket to remember him by. It was quite the scene. There was just no separating us. I've always looked up to you, always wanted to be like my big cousin. One year I grew and grew my hair because I wanted it long like yours. I was so excited to show you as I ran into the cottage that summer, only to find that you had cut your hair to your chin. I was so terribly embarrassed. I never could tell you. Now I just hope that one day you'll see the light and finally cut your hair like mine. Your quiet strength and unwavering sense of self during times of adversity is always something I've admired. Your unconditional support and guidance, while always gently pushing me to better myself, is something I'm unquestionably grateful for. You see, that's the thing about Jenna. If you're so lucky to be one of her people, you'll never have to question whether or not you're loved, because she loves you. And that's never been so apparent as to when Jenna met Adam. Adam, you're so kind. Seriously, look at that face. It's the kindest face I've ever seen. The first time many of us met Adam was during a time of great sadness. We were all mourning the loss of a loved one. You were a stroke of kindness and strength and really left a lasting impression on our whole family. In particular, my pop. He actually told everyone later that day how impressed he was by you, which was rare and weird and had me thinking he must be getting soft in his old age. From the start, you fit in so seamlessly. It's like I can't remember a time without you here. Your love for Jenna was obvious from the start, and I've never seen her so happy. And honestly, you're a saint for living with all of her rules. Rule number 1. Adam is not allowed to use their ensuite shower. Why? Because Jenna doesn't like that shower. She says it reminds her of prison. Number 2, if you happen to be eating a delicious, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate dessert, a Guinness chocolate cake perhaps, please, for the love of Jenna and her ears, do not use the describing word moist. And number 3, my favorite. If you go to the washroom and flush the toilet with the lid open while Jenna's toothbrush is lying vulnerable and unsuspecting on the counter, well, then Jenna will have no choice but to leave the house immediately and go and buy herself a new toothbrush, and she will not be very happy with you. You see, I happen to know this about Jenna, and being her little cousin, one day I thought it would be funny to run down the hallway yelling to Jenna exactly what I was planning for her toothbrush. Jenna chased me down the hallway, and you know what she called me? A piece of shit. You see, Jenna takes no prisoners when it comes to her oral hygiene. By the time I had unlocked the bathroom door to explain to Jenna that I was only kidding, she had grabbed a knife from the bathroom, or from the kitchen, sorry. She'd grabbed a knife from the kitchen and was bent over the handle, feverishly trying to unlock the door from the outside. Now, I'm not sure if this is a sign of our growing friendship or just that I will always be Jenna's little cousin. One last thing I would like to mention about Adam is that he is a man of great patience. You see, we had all been waiting and waiting for Adam to propose. And there was no pressure. We're a very patient family. But Adam held strong. He actually said to me once, "I have the power." So, I'm so finally happy to be here, to be celebrating with you too. Congratulations, Adam and Jenna.
I personally can't wait to get back to mine, but I actually can't think of a better time to introduce Jill and Roy than during dessert. Anyone who has met Jill knows that not only is she herself sweet, but she's also an accomplished baker, and I'm continually embarrassed at how much of the treats that she makes I can just demolish. And if I'm not mistaken, I think some of the cupcakes at the treat table are hers. Is that right? They are, so I highly encourage you to get one, and if you don't, I will. And you know what? For Roy, I don't know what else to say except that if a near-death experience can't stop him from being here today, I am sure as hell not going to get in the way. So please help me in welcoming Jill and Roy to say a few words.
Well, Mr. Wood, how was your day?
What a wonderful day.
It truly has been. Roy and I are so thrilled for our son and his absolutely beautiful bride. What a pleasure it has been to watch their love story unfold and to witness them exchanging their vows and committing their love and confirming their love to each other today. And thank you all for celebrating this evening with us. We recognize that there's been a tremendous amount of planning involved in this ceremony, and thank everybody involved who made it so special, particularly Terry and Eileen. The amount of time and effort and planning that you have put into this to make it such a special event for Jenna and Adam and our families and friends, and we truly thank you.
Adam was a happy child, also warm, loving, and affectionate. He had a wonderful smile that lit up a room. We're very proud of the man who remains that way today. It seems inevitable that he would find a bride who reflects this caring and warmth. When we moved from Ottawa, we'd only known Jenna a short time. We were working long hours during the last few days of packing up, and we hadn't stopped to eat. Jenna arrived with a hot, home-cooked meal. The last meal in our home was a picnic on the floor. She made it memorable, and at that point, we knew she was special.
Very early on in their sorry, I'm not used to Mike. Early on in their relationship, I think Alexandra was touching upon this, Adam was invited to Fergus to meet the Leversedge clan. And needless to say, I think he was a little anxious about meeting everybody. And away he went, and the next day he called, and he sounded so happy and so comfortable. And it was obvious that he was made to feel immediately a part of the family. He was absolutely smitten with Owen, and there was only Owen at that time. And, you know, just from talking to him, we knew just something was afoot.
Yes. Adam made some great long-time friends in his school years, many of whom are here today. We have Daniel and Mike and Jason in the wedding party, but we also have Steve and Nick and Sean and Joe
Jeremy?
and Jeremy in the crowd.
Have we missed anyone? Have we missed anyone? Jake? Jake. Oh, it's so nice to see all of you.
Through Jenna, Adam has made some great new friends who we have had the pleasure of meeting. As time went on, it became clear that Jenna was the one. Jenna has been like a daughter. She is a beautiful woman inside and out. I have a special affection for Jenna. She is the one who laughs at my dad jokes.
Their wedding vows today shared the choir that they love and support each other for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. We have already seen examples of the devotion, of their devotion to each other in times of just sometimes difficult times. And they have been not only a wonderful support to each other, but a wonderful support to their families. We are very pleased that Adam has been accepted so warmly by Jenna's family, Terry and Eileen, Fran, the Taylor family. You just made him feel like one of your own. You've also made us feel very, very welcome. We look forward to many happy times together. So, Jenna and Adam, we wish you the very best. We are looking forward to seeing the rest of the love story unfold, and we love you dearly. And at this time,
I'd like you to raise your glasses and join us in toasting Jenna and Adam. To Jenna and Adam.
Actually, Mark, I was going to say that you did a wonderful job. I was very impressed by your singing tonight. Thank you. We will be short and sweet. We're the last ones tonight, so we will be short and sweet.
Good evening. Thank you all for joining us in this celebration. First and foremost, we would like to officially now welcome Adam into our family. The fact is, Adam, or Addy as he's known to his nephews, was very much a part of our family from the very first day that we met him, literally. He is loved and adored by his nephews, and soon to be his niece, I'm sure.
We know how good Adam has been for Jenna and how their love has grown as their relationship has blossomed. We knew early on that the relationship was special to Jenna, even though she wouldn't admit it for, I think it was at least a month, maybe more. Sports-related ball caps or attendance at sporting events were not something that Jenna generally did. So when evidence of these appeared at home, we knew something was up. Oh yeah, this is still me, sorry. Growing families means we have also had the pleasure of getting to know and spend time with the Wood family. Thank you, Jill and Roy, for both your hospitality and your assistance with all of this week's activities. Tuesday's day on the water was perfect. Hopefully, we'll be able to spend more time traveling together in the future, sharing family events, and fight over who gets to care for the grandbabies. Although, Jill, after Wednesday, I'm not sure they're going to let us, so they'll trust us. But we'll see.
Other expressions of thanks have already been made this evening, and we would like to add and include our own. Thanks to each and every one of you for your attendance and support. It's obviously been a long journey to get us to this day, and we appreciate the love, the support, and the encouragement we received from all of our family and friends along the way. We are grateful to Kate and Melissa for all the decor and preparations for these last months. Thanks to all the staff here at Stonefields who have had to battle their way through different restrictions and regulations to ensure each couple has had a perfect day, and today even had to battle the weather as well. Thanks to all the vendors and the musicians whose contributions to the day have made it so special. The ability to live stream today, the ceremony, has meant that we've had family and friends view from all across Canada, the United States, England, and Australia. And we've had comments already via text messages from everybody who's watched, very positive comments, I must say, who've watched the service today.
I don't know, but I expect that several of you have had similar experiences to me where the strangest moment, something just sort of pops into your mind. So we've been enjoying a lot of wedding week activities that started with the chef's table last Friday at the NAC, followed by pizza and bowling on Saturday. But subsequent to that, we had a rather relaxed weekend. We had time for naps and baking and visiting. We had dinner together at our house on Monday evening with Jenna and Adam, as well as Alexander, Dave, the boys, Emmy, Chelsea, and Rosie. As we all gathered in the hallway, I walked up between my two son-in-laws and brother, and it struck me how blessed we were and how lucky we were. Both our girls found wonderful life partners. And we are truly blessed. We have wonderful men for our beautiful daughters.
Thank you to family and friends who participated in the service, to the beautiful bridal party, the dapper groomsmen, our adorable ring and sign bearers, and our readers, Aaron, Kate, and Gigi. And of course, thank you to Stella. Thank you to my wife, Eileen, for all of her extra hard work behind the scenes, trying to pull everything together, along with adding all those extra special touches. In the military, there's always somebody called the chief logistician, and the chief logistician is the one that makes all the alternate plans, puts everything together, pays all the bills, makes sure everybody is fed properly and looked after to the nth degree. So Eileen has been the chief logistician behind the scenes. So thank you, sweetie, for all your extra hard work. And a special thank you to Susan and Peter, who were our officiants, our ministers for this wedding. They also share this very same wedding anniversary as Eileen and I. It was on the 19th of September, 40 years ago, we both our couples, both of us got married. And I think that's now 14,600 days or 480 months together. So please enjoy the rest of the evening. To each and every one of you, to our family and friends, cheers. Cheers, Jenna and Adam. There's always one rule breaker, and I'm not going to wear my mask back to the chair.